What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Goodness Engine, where I make doing your good deed for the day easier than ever. I pledge you to donate any money generated by this channel, so just by watching through, you're already doing your good deed. If you want to maximize your impact, go ahead, like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Today, we're going to be talking to a personal friend of mine and a licensed massage therapist, Will Duby. Got a lot of great things to say about the body, about your muscles, about massage, and he's just kind of a fun dude to hang out with, so let's get into it.
Hey
man, thanks for coming on the channel. I appreciate it.
no problem. I'm glad to be here. Lovely to see you, TJ. It's been a long time.
Yeah, you too, bud. I think it's going to be awesome for people to see this conversation. You're very, very knowledgeable when it relates to massage. So can you just tell us a little bit about your professional history?
Yeah, sure. I appreciate that. I've been a massage therapist for 10 years. I started going to school right after high school, and after a year got my license and have been a licensed massage therapist for 10 years. 5 years ago, started my own business, and it's been really lucrative so far. Really happy with the career path. I've been studying positional release, Thai massage, myofascial release, and trigger point therapy, and have gone to continuing education programs in order to expand my horizons and understand different people's understanding of the body.
Nice. And you had traveled abroad too. It was in Thailand that you went and got one of your
certifications,
right?
Yeah. So I took a Thai massage course here with a woman named Jeannie Coleman. She's been practicing Thai massage for, oh my God, it has to be like 15 years now. And she offers, actually, it's probably longer, but she offers continuing education courses and hooks students in the States up with schools in Thailand, which are 2-week-long seminars to help expand their knowledge of Thai massage and learn in the country where it started. It's in very different form of massage. So usually people think of like using cream or oil, and people are rubbing tissue, where Thai massage, you're using your full body to stretch and pull someone else's body. It's more similar to assisted yoga. So a very famous Thai massage position is called Cobra pose, where someone's actually sitting on the back of your legs, taking your arms and pulling you up and stretching your whole core. It's really, if you could put in a image of it, it's really fascinating.
Yeah, dude. See, this is exactly why I wanted to talk to you. You clearly have a passion for it, and you know way more about it. Like half the words you said there, I didn't even know what you were talking about. So let's get into it, because you mentioned kind of stretching as it relates to massage and myofascial release. So can you tell me a little bit about the importance of just stretching on the daily and how that impacts like the people that you see when you're doing massages? Because you've told me before that you can kind of feel imbalances in people's bodies.
Yeah, so stretching, how it impacts people. So we tend to use specific muscle groups in our everyday lives in order to, just operate and go about our life doing things here and there, going to work, working out, sleeping, eating, sitting behind a computer. We're using particular muscle groups. They're kind of our default patterns that we choose to operate with in our everyday lives. When I'm working with people, I can feel inconsistencies in the muscle where either it's overstretched and the muscle is really loose compared to the counterpart muscle. So an example that I always use, because it's really simple to understand, is that your biceps and triceps work in tandem. When we flex our bicep, our tricep is outstretched at the elbow, and when we extend our arm, our bicep is stretched and our tricep is flexed at the back of the arm. And what happens is, when I flex my bicep, I cannot engage my tricep. So that means this position is strengthening the bicep, and it allows the tricep to release. When people are using certain muscles all the time, they are only strengthening those muscles, and the muscles that are overstretched aren't getting the proper engagement that they could really benefit from to help support you as a person. So a good example is people sit behind computers and they round their backs forward and get pulled in by their core, and then their backs are overstretched and they're wondering why they have so much back pain. It's because your core muscles are stronger than your back muscles, and you're not giving them your back muscles the opportunity to to condition themselves in order to counteract the force that your core is generating.
Okay, so I'm somebody who I don't focus on my posture enough. I put a little sticker on the bottom of my computer at work that says posture, so that every time I look at it, I like sit myself up straight. So in those conditions where you're leaning forward or something like that, obviously something you want to do is just correct it in the moment. But can you talk to me about how massage can help to release or is it more about stretching one side or strengthening the other side, a combination of both, and how does massage play into it?
Okay, so massage can help manipulate the tissue and help increase blood flow to certain areas. This is more to help with like inconsistencies with the muscle. Thai massage is a modality of massage that focuses on stretching the body and moving it through different ranges of motions in order to release tension. Whereas sports massage or Swedish massage, traditional ideas of what people think of massage therapy, more focuses on targeting inconsistencies in particular muscles and ironing out those strands in the muscle to be more in uniform. So the way that stretching is incorporated into massage is when we have different pain points in our back. You might find your massage therapist like moving your shoulder or putting your arms on like a cushion if you're laying face down, putting your arms on a cushion underneath the face cradle in order to put your body into a different position in order to dive into the deeper layers of muscle. And so massage benefits from stretching, but stretching is not the only tool in the massage toolbox. Whereas in Thai massage, that's the tool that they focus on specifically, and why I always describe it more as an assisted yoga modality as opposed to a purely massage service.
Gotcha. Okay, so is there ever any do you ever run the risk of like overcorrecting? Like if I sat up like straight all the time, would I like hurt myself or like
yes. So there are different ailments that people end up getting. You can get an overuse injury when we're doing something all the time. Something that people think about when they hear posture is, oh, that means I have to sit upright. But if there's it's called military shoulder syndrome. So essentially the military, and this is only the most common place that it's seen, but essentially the military really strictly enforces posture. So like when you stand to attention, when you're rank and file or like doing marches, you are standing up straight, and which is usually seen as a good thing. But when you're only keeping your core open and engaging your back muscles so intensely, you run the risk of doing the opposite of what everyone else is doing, where everyone else has a curved back and their core is really strong. In this scenario, your back is really strong and your core is overstretched and being pulled, being in a constant state of being pulled apart. So posture is everyone is going to adopt a posture based on their lifestyle, and it's more about, when we're stretching, it's more about trying to incorporate movements that are opposite of our everyday life. So if you're sitting behind a computer all the time, it's really good to sit up straight, check your neck, see if your jaw is like clenched or like grinding your teeth, and trying to another good one is like trying to slide your head back as if your chin's on a shelf, because that will when we're leaning forward, our entire attention is drawn forward and put into this position. Whereas with military shoulder syndrome, that could be a position that could alleviate the pain that you're building up in your it's usually between the shoulder blades or in the subscap area. So that could be a position that could help release those muscles and allow them to relax. So stretching allows the muscles that are working all the time to have a moment of retrieval and a moment to experience the full length of the structure, as opposed to always being engaged all the time.
What are some cues that you use in your daily life to try to retain good posture? Because I always find myself completely not thinking about it, and then all of a sudden it'll pop into my head. And it's almost like that thing where you're like, oh, like think about your breathing or something, and then you can't stop thinking about it, you know?
Yeah.
Like then you start to hyperventilate and overcorrect. So like, how do you integrate it into your day to day?
So I integrate it into my day to day by, I mean, I'll be like standing in the gas station doing lunges and trying to like get a tall core. I look like a freak in public, but certain cues that I like to do to help with my own personal posture. So I don't have these special cases like military shoulder syndrome. I tend to lean forward as well and be drawn into whatever's in front of me. It has a lot to do with using the smartphone usage and just driving all the time. So what I think of is right at the where my ribs come together, and between my pecs, I think of a string pulling up on this little point
on your sternum
here, and allows my shoulder blades to roll down my back. And I'm thinking of placing the top of my head on as if I'm trying to shoot it through the ceiling. So I think of that for like a traditional posture where people are like, oh, my back and neck are just so tight because I'm working at a desk all the time. That's what I focus on, the cues that I focus on for that. Another one that isn't really talked about a lot is what our legs. So when we're sitting down all the time, our quads are shortened at the hips because if this is the top of my quads and this is my core, our quads are shortened at this angle at all times. And when we stand up, we only bring them to a 180-degree angle. But if we do lunges, we can bring our quads back and stretch them and allow our hamstrings to release. So a good example of that, getting into a lunge, taking that back leg and pulling up in your core. And I like to press my fists into the top of my butt. And this allows me to just press my hips forward and get a very solid core to pull myself up. And what this is going to do is it's going to allow my hamstrings to relax at the hip and prevent my hamstrings from yearning to, from basically being so tired from being overstretched, it pulls on your lower back. So if anyone has lower back pain, this is a much better stretch that you can do instead of reaching for your toes, because when we're reaching for our toes, we're just taking that angle and making it even shorter, so we're exacerbating the problem. And it might feel like a very strong sensation and it feels like we're doing something, and we are, because again, posture isn't about a perfect posture. It's about engaging areas of our body that we don't normally do, and we don't normally bring our hamstrings to full length, but you're
stretching something that's already stretched in that case, so you're just making the problem worse.
Exactly. Yes, thank you.
Yeah. And then that would affect your hip tilt, right?
Yep. So you can like have posterior pelvic tilt, which is a big problem, especially from sitting, where our hips are essentially tilted back like this, so trying to like suck the hips underneath us and prevent that. They call it a butt wink in lifting. So that'll help prevent butt winking is by stretching open the top of our quads, for example. And a good tool that people can use that can help with it's not necessarily stretching, but it's more self-massage, but we can bring our body through deeper ranges of motion using tools like foam rollers and things which, when used properly, can alleviate a lot of stress and scar tissue buildup in these muscle groups. Another thing about tools like foam rollers, or this is one that I use for my neck, which you put right on the sides of your vertebra, and it has a little space so it's not putting pressure on the bone itself, and just the muscles along the sides, just putting pressure on the muscles along the sides. The idea is to go slow. So a lot of people get on a foam roller and just roll really fast, and they think they're doing a lot because they're accessing more of the muscle. It's actually more beneficial to stay in a place and just like go slow. And when you find a point that has a lot of tension or a lot of sensation, you can stay there and then try moving your body on that point and trying to add pressure by pushing into the foam roller. Or if it's too intense for you, you can alleviate pressure by coming off of the foam roller and like putting your forearms on the ground, if depending on the position that you're in.
Got it. So that's perfect, because it leads into the next question that I had, which is like, beyond the tools like the foam rollers and tennis balls I've seen people use, if you wake up and you have a stiff neck, everybody gets it. I had it like 2 days ago. What are some like self-massage techniques that you might be able to use just to alleviate those kind of day-to-day pressures? Obviously, like you're like trying to get your back might not be doable, but like your chest, your shoulders, your neck, how do you perform that on yourself?
So these tools are really good for getting places we can't reach, like our lower backs or our mid backs are even more of a problem because it's harder to reach higher up on our backs. But when we're doing self-massage or massaging our partner or a friend, it's important to go slow and look for inconsistencies in the muscle. So you're gonna find that a lot of the muscle feels the same, and there's going to be patterns like taut rope, or one of my clients calls it beans, where it just feels like a very hard pinpoint structure in the muscle itself. And finding those structures and just pausing there and giving it a chance to just kind of express itself. And we could do like, so I'll show you an example, just like micro movements of moving back and forth, but not really leaving the spot. And then we could also hold that spot and stretch our neck, either by going towards where we're holding or going away from it.
And just kind of feeling it out in your neck and feeling if that changes the
sensation,
the tissue. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So a good example is like, I'm holding a spot right here. I actually feel something in my neck, and this is awesome. But so what I like to do is I like to stretch until that sensation gets a little bit intense, and then I can decrease the intensity and allow the muscle to contract and get shorter and get deeper into that spot, and then stretch it again. So don't feel like one pass of the muscle is gonna cure what the problem is. And I feel like there's a lot of insecurity when you're massaging someone else, and it's almost like oh, I don't know if this is helping or doing anything. A good rule of thumb is no news is good news, and it's always nice to be touched, because when you're being touched, you're always like, oh, I wish that would last a little longer, or like, oh, that feels really good. Are you saying that? We usually aren't communicating when things feel good, but we will communicate when things feel bad. So keeping that in mind, if you have a healthy relationship and are willing to have a criticism is not the right word, but to have a dialogue with your partner or with your friend that, oh, that's kind of uncomfortable. It's okay to say that. It shouldn't make the other person nervous. It should be like, oh, let me adjust that. If it's too much pressure, maybe taking pressure off, or if it's a uncomfortable position, stopping that position and either trying again but going slowly into whatever position that you're doing, because there's massage, it's literally the whole body. Like this is a position in massage where I'm stretching like the back or I'm stretching my forearm and shortening my extensors, but the goal is to find the inconsistencies in the muscle and to iron them out, to make them more uniform with the rest of the surrounding tissue. So a lot of these inconsistencies come from our muscles trying to repair themselves, and the way they'll do that is so when we're working out or when we're going through our everyday lives, we create micro tears in the tissue. So our body has the intuition to heal these spots, but it doesn't know the direction of muscle fibers. So it'll lay cross fibers in like all sorts of different directions. And what massage can do is it can heat up this tissue, like collagen fibers, elastic fibers, but it'll turn it into more of a gel-like substance and be able to realign those fibers into a uniform striation. So a good example is if it's my forearm and I have scar tissue going this way, I'm trying to run my fingers along the muscle and trying to make that more uniform. So going with the muscle is way more beneficial than going against it, because when you go against it, you're kind of rubbing the muscle on the bone. I mean, right here, there's which one is this? This is the supinator. So there's a muscle that actually goes across here, but the way I'm working it, it's kind of moving the surface area of the tissue. Whereas if I'm going with that muscle, I can really get deeper into that tissue itself.
Well, dude, honestly, that was very, very insightful. It was super helpful. I'm gonna go practice on my dog. But I really appreciate your time, man. If anybody has questions, please leave them in the comments. I would love to bring Will back to do another one of these. So let us know what you guys are thinking. Let us know if his advice has been helpful to you at all. If you're practicing on a loved one, if they've given you any positive feedback and had a good dialogue, or whatever the case may be. So thank you so much for your time, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome, TJ. It's always lovely seeing you, man. And have fun with your dog. I'm sure he'll appreciate you slowing it down.
That's right.